morning, guys. Happy Sunday, happy whatever day you're watching this. Welcome back, welcome if it's your first time, welcome in general. I'm so glad that you guys are here today. So, having a bit of a grandma moment. I've got a little pillow behind me today. Tweaked my back, so we're chilling on the floor. And yeah, we're gonna chat about the T3 today. So, I've kind of made a list of questions I asked you guys and nobody answered me. I'm okay, but nobody answered me. But I did make a list of everything that I want to talk about with the T3, so let me pull that up real quick. And just anything that I think that you need to know about it, because I filmed this video already once, and I occasionally batch film things, and so when I went back to edit everything, I felt like I didn't get everything that I wanted to across. A lot of times I do these reviews on the blog for you guys, and so I have a bit more of a question mold that I work from. So I've written down my questions of everything I can think of that I feel like you guys would want to know. I'm gonna kind of compare this to another product that I have as well, and we're gonna talk through it. So yeah, let's get into talking about our T3. So I bought this guy a couple months ago, back in May, I believe, and it's been something that I pretty much exclusively use unless I'm using a straightener. So I used my Dry Bar 3-Day Bender Curling Wand for quite a while. So I pulled that out so I could show you guys, and it is a 1-inch. It has a little clamp on it, and it has seen me through lots of hair days. So this guy is great as well, but I wanted to pull it out so you could see the size comparison. But I got this guy a couple of months ago, mostly because one, when I was doing my hair with the 3-day wand, I was having issues of, if I want to flip my curl, I was having issues with the clamp. So I would get that kind of crease bit at the bottom, and I wasn't loving that. So that was kind of an issue. And I knew that I was buying extensions, or I think I had my extensions for a while and I haven't worn them yet. Because I bought those, I wanted something that would have a bigger volume, like barrel volume. And buying this wand set seemed like a better idea because it comes with 3 sizes. So I don't have it tied up right now, but you get this little bag. This is your heat protectant bag, and inside of it I have all of my stuff currently, but it also has these little pockets that you can put everything in individually when you travel. So inside of here I have all 3 of the top bits that go in. And then I also have my heat protectant glove, which I honestly probably couldn't do my hair without, simply because I just am fearful that I will burn myself. And then this is the other part, which is the base. So I kind of just shoved it all in here, and I didn't organize this very well, but I wanted to show you guys that the cord on this is fairly long, and it does have this little Velcro bit so that if you want to kind of tie it up, you have that option. But the cord on it's really long, and I'll pull that apart in a second so I can show you. So it runs around $270, but you can get it for less than that. Obviously, if you want to do like the eBay route, I think I might have looked at the price on Amazon for it. I don't really remember, but it's most of the time you'll see it for $270. I got it at a discount because I waited for an Ulta coupon. So this has been on my list for a while. I think it was on my Christmas list, and I just didn't get it because I wasn't ready to spend the money on it. I was kind of good with everything else. But it's available. I know at Nordstrom, I know Ulta sells it. I believe that Sephora sells it. So there are a couple of places, and if you can kind of watch for the different times of the year or can kind of maximize on that coupon, then you can definitely get it at a discount. So $270 is about the base price for it, but you can definitely pay less than that. I got it with when I got my little Dry Bar clippies that I'm obsessed with. These are kind of like my favorite for life. And I think I paid maybe $230, $240 for all of this. So yeah, super big fan of that you can get it at a discount. And I would recommend just kind of keeping an eye on that. If you are a regular Ulta shopper, you know that they'll give you 20% coupons off everything every couple of months. So this is a good time to save it for that. I don't think they have it in store though. Last time I looked, I didn't see it in store, so just make sure you check online for that, and then use your Ebates account too, and you'll get extra cash back. So perfect way to save on that. But yeah, it's available in a couple of different places. So how I use this guy. Firstly, this is the 1-inch. You have the tapered, so it's kind of it goes bigger to smaller, and then you have the 1.5 inch. My hair is quite short at the moment. I just got it cut, but it's been in this range for a while now, and I tend to stick with these guys as far as styling my hair. Now when it's a little bit longer, even sometimes if I just feel like doing it that way, I'll use this one, and I get more of that like beach wave style with this because I obviously can't wrap as much around my hair with this. But if you have if you have longer hair, or you want more of those Hollywood loose waves, the 1.5 inch is good for that. This is kind of what geared me more towards this rather than buying just a curling wand. And honestly, I thought that I would use the tapered one a bit more, but with the way that I curl my hair and the style that I normally use, I actually use the 1 inch the most because it's pretty much the same thing as this guy over here. So the 1 inch is what I use on the regular to curl my hair, but on the off chance I'm feeling like it, I use this guy. But we're gonna set this guy aside because I don't use it very much, and it does better if you've got longer hair just because there's more to play with. So I tend to do more of like a loose curl, and this gives me more of those corkscrew curls, and I don't necessarily love those on my hair. So I will either wrap the curl around flat and going this way with it so that it kind of falls and I get more of my like looser style curls, which tends to be what I've been doing with it lately. Or you could wrap it this way and have more of the curling iron style with it. So the nice thing is with this guy, you have a lot of flexibility. You can kind of pull and tug with it and make it looser. You can twist and change the way that you curl it. I've learned to play with it a lot more, but I've also changed up my curls a bit more just simply because of the fact that I am not like clamping it in, and I have the flexibility to kind of maneuver my hair. So I think you kind of have that learning curve with this, which is the biggest thing. So I've done quite a few looks. I've done at least 1 or 2 tutorials so far with this guy, and I'll link those for you below if you want to check them out. But for the most part, I stick with the 1 inch, and the tapered is good if that's something, if you like more of those corkscrew curls. When I see, I want to say Zoella, I think a lot of the time she uses more of this for her hairstyle, but I tend to like my curls a bit more midway in my hair, which this is like 3-day hair, guys. So I tend to like them a bit more midway and pull it out. So I use this and then I leave a bit of the end off. For its ease of use, I definitely think that this is pretty easy to use. I still use my glove. I love my glove. It just means that I can get really close to it and not have to worry about burning myself. And especially because I'm like trying to get awkward angles and you can't see the back of your head and you only have so much length to use. I definitely love that it comes with the heat glove, and because it sits on the mat, I use that. So that's perfect in making sure that everything's heat protected. Obviously, for me, there was a learning curve. I've been using this curling wand for a year or 2 since I got it, and before that I was curling my hair with a straightener. I still curl my hair with a straightener. If you curl your hair with a straightener, I think this is just as easy to do. It might be a little more time consuming because I feel like you can run through it with a straightener pretty quickly, but it's, once you learn it, it doesn't take that long. It's just figuring out how to kind of lay your hair on this, because you are hand twisting it rather than kind of like pulling it and grabbing it through, since you're like putting your actual hair on it. So I'll show you what I mean. So like if I were to curl my hair with something like this, I'm just twisting it. Like I'm putting it in and I'm twisting it. Obviously I would curl my hair a bit better than that, but a lot of the movement and the placement of my hair on this wand is done with that. Whereas with this guy, I can change how I twist it. So I can lay my hair completely flat around the whole thing, or I can roll part of my hair on it. So it's really easy to use. You just kind of have to learn what works great for your hair. I used a friend's curling wand before I went and purchased this, simply to see if I would like it, and I used one of the tapered ones, so that was definitely different for me. But if you're using a curling iron in general and you think that you want more of a wand, this is going to be just as fine. It's just going to be a smidge of an adjustment, and I've definitely learned different ways to do my hair and different ways that I like my curls, and can kind of, I feel like I have a lot of flexibility with this that I didn't necessarily have before, because I'm just not the best at like utilizing that with this. Now obviously you could take the clip off your wand, I'm sure people do that, and you can, off your curling iron, and you could also, you know, thread your hair through in the same way, but I just find that this is a lot easier for me to use, and because it's got the 3 different pieces, there's just so much versatility that I don't really find that I reach for any other tools because I have this all collectively. As I said before, I kind of do my flat kind of curls, so that kind of answers the how do I use it question. And is it travel friendly? Definitely. I've been traveling with this guy for a couple of months. I just kind of chuck everything in this bag, and I'll even throw my clips in there, so it's perfectly, yeah, perfectly set up for travel. The nice thing about this is that it is like your heat protected place to lay it. So even in my room, I do my hair kind of on the floor right now because I'm still in the process of transitioning everything over. So I lay my curling wand on top of this. So this little setup is perfect for my like travel and go because it all fits in here, and then I can just use this to kind of protect whatever space I'm in. So yes, it is great for travel. I like about it. So I love the versatility of it. That's one of my favorite things about it. I love that I have so many different options of sizes to utilize for it, and then I'm constantly learning and changing what I do with it, and then I feel like it's a little more challenging for me, but it also gives me the ability to think out of the box with it. So I love that about it. I definitely love that I get as much as I do for the price that I paid for it. I know that a lot of times people don't want to pay more for hair products, and I totally get that. It took me forever to invest, but I think that if you're gonna kind of spend that money and invest in it, I think you get quite a few products for the money, and it's a good product. It works really well. I think that it's gonna last me a long time, so that's great. What don't I like about it? I think the price point is equally a thing that, you know, people could say that you don't like about it. I think that it's definitely a lot of money, but if it was just one product, I can't imagine myself paying that much money for just one. Since it's 3, it's different. T3 also has a few other products that will kind of come into this interchangeable, because it's considered an interchangeable curling wand. Now, not all of their products are interchangeable, meaning you could buy just one of their curling irons, or just I believe they have just a simple tapered, and it's not interchangeable. So just be aware of that when you're looking at them. But I do know that they make insertable pieces for this that are more like your traditional curling. So I do love that about it, but I can say, you know, obviously that's nice that you can add more to it and you have those product options. But the price point, I know, is definitely something that's going to be a pause for everyone. I haven't taken the time to really like sit down and change what I'm doing mid hair. I know I have friends that definitely use more than one like curling wand with their hair and the size that they're doing. So this is something you could do with that. I just haven't really sat down to kind of do that. But it also has the ability to change temperature. So I will say with my dry bar curl, there's no temperature change there, whereas with my T3 I have a couple of different options. I normally leave it on about 4. I'm not too great, I can't really talk you through how to like change the temperature, but it's pretty easy. It's just a matter of how you're holding down the button. So if you like less heat, if you like more heat, if you find that you have a harder time getting heat in your hair, that's a good way to do it. And for me, I am pretty particular about kind of prepping my hair at the start of styling my hair. So I try my best to kind of put all the products in that will really help give me the like base for a blowout, so my hair stays strong for a couple of days. But for the most part, it will give me curls that hold for several days. I just kind of touch up and like tousle it with maybe some of the IGK Beach Club texture spray in between, or my wave spray from Way. So I think that my curls last a really long time, and that's something else that I really like with it. But I will say that it's challenged me, and I've learned to use it in a couple of different ways. And that way, would I buy it again? Absolutely. I love it. I use it constantly. I'm always telling other friends about it. I love that. Particularly, I'm one of those people that when I travel and I see other friends, or I'm just out and about in general, I'm constantly sharing hair and makeup tips with friends. I'm doing my hair and makeup, my friends' hair and makeup. So in that way, it definitely gives me something kind of in my toolbox that I can use for myself, or my friends that have longer hair, I could kind of do it for them. So I would definitely buy it again. I think that if I had to pay a full price, I probably would. Obviously, I love it. I love sale. I love a deal. So I'm glad that like I was able to snag it for that deal. But because it's the 3 products in one, absolutely. When I went to film this originally and I edited this video, I noticed that they do have the one, like the tapered one, and it's about $185. So if you can wait and save up, you can definitely get this at a discount if you can like snag it at the coupon and then get all 3 rather than just getting the one. So that's definitely something I would recommend doing. But yeah, I think that's kind of everything that I wanted to cover with this. If you guys have any specific requests for tutorials or anything that you would really like to see, my hair is definitely too short at the moment for this one, but sometimes it can be used. I will use these guys a bit more, so my 1 inch and my tapered. If you guys want to see any tutorials with it, let me know. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys today. So T3 curling one gets a big big thumbs up from me, and I would highly recommend you guys check it out. So if you're curious about it, I don't know how many people sell it in stores, so just pop online and look. But if you're looking for a curling one, looking to invest in, want something that's going to give you those multiple options, this one is definitely one to check out. So I love you guys. I'm a bit rambly today, I apologize about that, but yeah, we are heading on our pack up and go trip this week. I'm very excited about that, so make sure you're following me on Instagram, because I am storying all throughout the week as we get updates, playing guessing games, all of that jazz. And if you have any video requests, let me know below, guys. I have, you know, a slew of videos coming up that I kind of want to make, but if you guys have things that you want to see, I'm more than happy to film those as well. So send ideas my way. I really want to make content that's helpful and useful for you guys, so let me know below. And thank you guys for 100 subscribers. I know it's definitely, you know, I'm not in that like thousands range, but I'm okay. Like, I'm happy. I'm glad that everybody that's here is here. So if you are subscribed, thank you for being here. I love you. You matter to me. And I will see you all on Wednesday for a weekly vlog. Bye, guys.